It's a shame that a lot of folk never seem to get to do what they really love, maybe what they're really meant to do on account of their trying to fit into someone else's idea of what successful is. But a few lucky ones, they get to see what's really important to them, and they're able to follow their heart. Now Henry was a smart fella. He'd been to school and he had a few jobs that paid well, but he found it wasn't money that really made him happy. What made him happy was playing music and seeing what was around the next bend in the road and meeting new folks, having adventures, and he was happy, but he was also a little lonely too. He'd met a few gals and they'd become close, but they always seemed to want a little more stability, a little more settling down than what he was ready to do right then, and they ended up parting. But Henry, he had an old friend from way back when, and they'd stayed in touch, writing letters back and forth and such. His old friend had moved way far away, but one day Henry got a letter from this fella, and he said, you aren't doing anything but rambling around. Why don't you ramble down this way? Life is good here. We got plenty of places to play. We even got a roadhouse close by that's known for having lots of good music. Why don't you come down this way? We'll show you some hospitality. Henry said, well, why not? I might as well ramble that way as any way else, and besides, it'd be good to see my old friend again. Hello, old friend, how have you been? Well, it's been a while when I miss your face and I miss your voice. Most of all, I miss your smile. Is your woman? Is she still good to you? Is she still sweet? Kinda wild after all these years have passed. I've grown old, but inside, I still feel like a child, and it all flows down like a river, flowing down to the sea. And it all flows down like a river. Let it all flow down on me. Well, the seasons come and the seasons go. In the winter time, the cold wind blows and the lightning strikes and the thunder rolls. On, and so it goes. And it all flows down like a river, flowing down to the sea. And it all flows down like a river. Let it all flow down on me. Rambling round from town to town, I ought to find some gal and settle down, but I've been having so much fun. It seems like a sin when I'm doing alright for the shape that I'm in. On, and so it goes. Where it ends, there ain't nobody knows, but it all flows down like a river, flowing down to the sea. And it all flows down like a river. Let that river flow down on me. Well, Henry, he did have a good time visiting with his old friend. But after a couple of days singing songs and drinking beer and swapping stories, he said, let's go see that roadhouse you were talking about. So they get down there to check.